This is Trumpet Jackie Radio.
Hey you guys! Trumpet Jackie here, and this is it! Trumpet Jackie Radio Season 1 is almost over with this final episode. I'm gonna get teary-eyed because I'm gonna miss this old place. Man. I can't believe it. Think back to September, October when I first did Trumpet Jackie Radio Episode 1, the podcast. Just me talking about the podcast. So, without further ado, cue the awesome transition music! Woohoo!
This episode of Trumpet Jackie Radio is brought to you by the Purcell High School Library, with head librarian Debbie Frankenberg serving this library and its students for over 13 years, the support of our principal, Brett Petty, and the Oklahoma Scholastic Media Initiative for funding the equipment and technology of this studio.
Now the moment you've all been waiting for. Season 1, Episode 10. One last time with a face cam. So without further ado... Hi! It worked! It finally worked. So, as I promised, face cam. With this beautiful small corner of this high school, I'm doing my final episode of Trumpet Jackie Radio. Season 1. Season 2 will come on to my other channel, which I will hopefully develop through time. So, with that out of the way, let's do some news. So, graduation's right around the corner. As in, like, May 18th, which is, according to the date of this, which is 3/8 or 3/9 or 3/10, whenever this is being recorded. I'm gonna be gone. High school is almost over, and that means I get to pack up my beautiful trumpet stuff, and hopefully whoever becomes the next YouTuber of this channel, hopefully he or she will, keep up the posts. So, yeah. One last time. To be honest, I didn't know what to talk about in this episode, but I watched a really good video. My good friend of mine, Bria Schultz, or on her YouTube, Bria Dawn, she made a YouTube episode about her high school experience. And I gotta say, I wanted to cry really badly. Her struggles through, losing friends, and I'm not going to spoil it, but her difficulties were really, really hard to see because knowing Bria, I've always known her as a really good friend and nothing could harm her. But we're human, of course. We are really, really hard on ourselves when it comes to having trouble going through stuff. So I thought after watching that, you know what? I'm going to make on this channel an episode dedicated to what will happen through your high school experience, through my perspective. So without further ado, and I don't know how am I going to do this, but cue the awesome transition music! Woo! A new day, a new shirt, and a few more days until graduation. Anyway, before I get teary-eyed on you, high school. Let's talk about that. That's a meme, by the way. I didn't mean to do that. Anyway, high school. Now, back in the day, I actually got my mother told me some advice from her high school experience. Turns out, back in the day, there was popularity, the jocks, the smart people, yada 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 yada. However, in this day and age of the 21st century, popularity is not real. People think popularity as, if you have the name, you have the look, you have the beautiful girlfriend or boyfriend, yada yada yada, people will think you're popular. However, there's no such thing as popularity. I realized that when I, 6th grade, in 6th grade, you had the choice between band and PE or physical education. I picked PE because I thought it would make me popular. No, it did not. Then I realized, oh great, what did I sign myself up for? Physical fitness. And then 7th grade, I joined band, and then through time, in my opinion, I thought I became popular, but in the standpoint of a high school setting, I'm not popular. Yes, I can blow my horn, or I can play my trumpet really well, but that doesn't make me popular. What makes me popular is the kindness I show to others. That kindness is what makes people popular. If you respect other people, then people will respect you back, and then, in my opinion, that would make you popular. But if you watched the High School Musical, yes, 2004 was that year. Dang, that's an old movie. Anyway, if you watched that movie, there was the jocks, the populars, the music people, the nerds, the so forth. When I was growing up, that's what I thought high school was though there was no musical behind high school, there would be that kind of a setting, but I was wrong. To be completely honest, I've seen the damage of what popularity can do to people. If you saw Bria's video, the girls basically changed their way, not being themselves, not being true to themselves, and they became something they never thought they would become. It's really important to realize that the thought of popularity is, in fact, quite dangerous. It's really important to, it's important not to get a big head. I mean, one time when I visited the junior high, oh man, I've heard so many talks about how popular the cheerleaders are. And when I was in junior high, we've never mentioned the junior high squad because it was just a normal thing. But popularity can get inside the head, and then that person or group of people will think, I'm superior. Listen to me, yada, 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 yada. I actually fell victim to that one time, my junior year. I hate to admit it, but I fell into the thought of popularity. Well, it's more like I, I play trumpet, trumpet Jackie, yada yada yada. I fell to the thought that because I can play the trumpet naturally and I can play all these notes, I didn't have to practice. Oh, I was dead wrong. Of course, I made the Oklahoma Youth Orchestra, made the Southwestern Oklahoma Band Directors Association. I thought I was like popular, and popularity got to my head, and then I didn't think I needed to practice. Junior year, when I was doing my solo and ensemble for state, I had the big head of thinking one piece is an AR piece with advanced repertoire, so I didn't have to memorize it. Oh, it was in fact a memorized piece only. And then I had to quickly change to a short piece. I'm cringing right now because that's how embarrassed I was. That's what you get for not practicing fully, and then that junior year I completely decided, okay, I'm not popular. Yeah, my junior year, when I went to state with that snippet of a solo, I got a 4 or 3, which is a really bad rating. Oh. So, lesson 1, popularity. It will make you think you don't need to practice, you don't need certain friends, you don't need to something. But popularity is in fact not real. It's just a thing in your head that makes you think you are popular, but in fact you're technically not. So, lesson 2. Be yourself. My freshman and sophomore year, I wasn't wearing these kind of shirts. In fact, I was like wearing hoodies every day, nonstop. Cold, hot. Well, if it was hot, then I would be just wearing a regular t-shirt. But I was basically bland. Then I realized I'm not talking to a lot of people. Even though I was talking to a few people, I'm not talking to a lot of people. So, thanks to my wonderful, wise brother, who is a Purcell High School alumnus, which he graduated in 2004. We went shopping. Yes, I know. Going shopping in guys is like, oh gosh. But then I realized it was necessary because I wanted to break out of my shell. I wanted to get out of that comfort zone and put myself on edge to talk to people. Now, of course, it didn't work out in the start. There was still like, okay, should I say this? Should I say that? But then, through time, practicing talking to a mirror, I began to figure out myself. And then, if you noticed, my speech is not 100% good. But people enjoy it anyway because, even though they laugh at my speech, speaking skill, they still recognize me as a friend. And that's what I cared about. I cared that through my hilarious speaking, my random thoughts that occur and then somehow blurt out. They enjoy me. To be honest, I was really scared to just talk about my thoughts. I was scared about. I was basically like, if you guys ever played like a Telltale game, which is like you choose the story of this character. I was kind of afraid whatever I did will affect others big time. Well, in fact, that's actually a life lesson. Anything we do will, in fact, impact everything around us. Friends, family, yada, yada, yada. However, it was kind of hard for me to realize that this is a small world. High school is still another baby step into the real world. And if you can't exercise being yourself, then you're somewhat stuck in a dill pickle. No, I didn't mean for that to reference anything. But it's just really important to be yourself nowadays. People don't like, as I explained in my other episode 9, people don't like wearing masks. It's important not to wear a mask or you hide what you truly are. It's really, basically, if you always hide behind a mask, you're really not telling the truth. You're not really expressing who you really are. I learned that. And I'm glad that I took off that mask, broke it, threw it out to the alligators, or in this case, our lake, which has a little bit of fish, and just said to myself, this is it. I will make myself known. I will do the unimaginable. I will break out of my box. I will something. And I'm glad I did. Another shirt. This will be my last time recording. Lesson number 3 from my experience of high school. Enjoy it while it lasts. To be honest with you, don't get me wrong, there's going to be your ups and downs. But I assure you that looking back to your high school and probably your middle school years, you'll remember the good times. And then you will still remember I should not have done that times, but that's okay. We all make mistakes, like I stated in my previous episode. It's okay. We'll be looking back at it and be like, yeah, that was a silly thing. Or that was somewhat of a serious thing, but I am better now. Yeah. I am certainly going to miss this year, this high school experience, this high school experiment. But I still haven't fully revealed who I truly am yet, because, well, high school, you can only do so much. Later in life, when you're in college or something, you figure out who you truly are. For me, as soon as I graduate, and as of this moment, I am already sent my mission papers in for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And if you don't know what that is, basically, have you heard of the Book of Mormon musical? Yeah, we are the people that have that book. Not the musical, the book. Read the book. It's actually a lot better than the musical. Oh! Anyway, I'll be gone. I'll be serving a mission for 2 years. And I think, for me personally, I'll figure out who I truly am. Hopefully, I'll be kind to others while I'm serving. Now, I don't know where I'm being sent to. What I've been told is wherever the Lord wants me to go. That's all I know. So I could be sent to Africa, Europe, Australia, Russia, something. But I'll figure that out when I receive my letter. Hopefully in about July or June. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is now officially over. Season 1 of Trumpet Jackie Radio is done. Hopefully, next year, someone will take my spot as the podcaster of this YouTube channel. I hope he or she will do great things. Hopefully, do more than I could. That's the goal. So, without further ado, if you like this podcast or episode, please hit that like button and maybe consider subscribing for even more podcasts. And hit that bell notification so you're notified immediately when the next video is up. We also have an Instagram. This way. There we go. See it? Right there. PHS_a Dragon's Tail. So you can keep up the behind the scenes. Anyway, without further ado, once again, see you guys next time on Trumpet Jackie Radio.